Before Destiny was released in 2014, I was so fucking excited. Bungie, the studio that made the Halo trilogy, probably my favorite game series of all time, was about to release their next title. Through the production videos, trailers, and gameplay clips, we were introduced to a first-person shooter integrated with elements from massively multiplayer online role-playing games, or MMORPGs for short. The game appeared to be packed with an array of diverse worlds, enemy types, weapons, loot, and characters. Not to mention the story that would no doubt be incredible given Bungie's previous work. I mean, holy fuck. This hype is making me hornier than an Irish elk. Is this for real? Is this really happening? The answer, of course, is no. No, it isn't. And fuck you for thinking it might be. The game came out, it had a pretty cool design, a fun and fast-paced gun and combat system, but other than that, it was a horrible disappointment. By the time I got to the end of the 30 minutes of content that could laughably be called the story, I got a sense of what this game was. Minimal content resulting in mind-numbing content repetition that you only endure for the shiny loot drops that you might get. At best, Destiny is a glorified slot machine, except you have to grind for 30+ minutes to find out what you actually got. $80 of DLC later, The Taken King came out and I finally got a sense that Destiny had enough content to pass as a complete game. But I played since launch and had already paid $140 just to get $60 worth of content. What in the fuck is this shit? And in the biggest fuck you to their loyal player base, Bungie released their final DLC for Destiny in a version of the game that included all previous versions and could be bought for the same price as the base game. Now, I stopped playing Destiny after The Taken King because while it took a step in the right direction and Bungie seemed to be learning from their mistakes, it was too little too late. I completely forgot about the game after a friend of mine introduced me to Warframe, which is essentially everything that Destiny promised to be and more, and it's free. Yup. So that's a thing. So with the Halo trilogy under Bungie's belt, the fact that they seem to be learning from their mistakes in The Taken King, and given that they have no doubt made enough money from Destiny's DLC to send Hillary Rodham Clinton back to the Phantom Zone, I believe that Destiny 2 had the potential to actually be good. I believed that the Destiny 2 beta would remind me how good Bungie can be at making games, and that they have learned from their mistakes in Destiny. In fact, I was almost afraid that Bungie was going to make the beta too good, and I would get sucked back into buying their game regardless of how good or bad it ended up being. Boy, don't I feel like a fucking idiot. So let's get into the beta. We open the game and, oh wow, the menu colors are reversed now. Well, this must be setting the tone for how completely different the game is going to be from the first one, right? Huh. The Guardians look exactly the same as the first game. Okay. Oh, well, okay, we got Kale here, the only character Bungie managed to write in a $50 million game. He's not even that great. All he does is make sassy jokes. Oh, wow, we're jumping right into those jokes, aren't we? Wow. Man, real original. Oh my god, I forgot how boring the rest of these characters are. Jesus Christ. So Jamie Foxx looks out the window and, oh wow, holy shit, something of consequence might actually be happening. Got a bunch of new-looking ships attacking the tower, and I don't know what the fuck Kate is trying to do. Last I checked, a golden gun ability can't take out fucking spaceships. Oh my god, the ships just blew up those 3 fucking assholes that were annoying me the whole last game. Who are these new guys anyway? Oh yeah, I guess the Traveler's kind of important, right? I don't really remember why it's important, but I guess it's in trouble now. Once again, Bungie showcases their amazing vistas. But knowing Destiny, I'm sure we'll only get to explore. Yep, that's what I thought. So we start playing, and immediately everything seems exactly the fucking same as it was in the first game. There are changes in the scenery, but visually everything from our weapons, heads-up display, and graphics look absolutely identical. Well, I wonder when we get to see those cool new enemies. They look pretty interesting. Oh, it's just the Cabal. Oh. Again, in true Destiny fashion, we are sold enemies packaged as new, but are really just reskins of previous enemies. As soon as combat started, I was back in the buried cities on Mars in Destiny 1, back to the same shit. Now we are introduced to the dibs mechanic, whereby other NPCs can call dibs on a group of enemies, making them completely immune to the player and thereby dissolving all tension. Here, the game tries to remind us that there are stakes for our character by showing us a bunch of helpless civilians. Right, all those blank faces that were basically decorative fucking furniture in the previous game. Yeah, sorry Electro, I don't give a shit about your crappy civilian chair. Now this next part really baffles me. They give us a legendary rifle in the first 60 seconds of gameplay. So immediately when I start the game, the weapon I already had in that slot is rendered completely useless because I haven't had a chance to try it yet, and I already have a legendary to replace it. What? Plus I know it's going to be shit because everybody gets it by default. Again, we are shown awesome vistas that are way more fucking exciting than the game we're currently playing. Now we come to the social space in the mission, and we are instantly greeted by the defend a thing for 3 waves of enemies that are all the same, but their numbers will just increase as you progress objective. Wow, Bungie. This sequence was so fucking boring. I almost stopped playing the game right here, went outside, and attempted to chop down a tree with my flaccid penis. So there's just like some random maintenance robot here sweeping up blood. I guess this is supposed to be creepy, but it's like blood from a Cabal. Wouldn't it have been more effective to have him sweeping human blood? Like there would be dead civilians all over the place. Or is this supposed to be funny? But that kind of contradicts the tone the mission is going for right now. I don't know what to feel here at all, so I'm just gonna move on. Oh look, someone else using the dibs mechanic to annoy the piss out of me! Oh cool. Well, I wonder what the chances are of me doing something that interesting in Destiny 2. Oh. The only moment of excitement I got from this opening mission was when we come to this new area of the tower, and I saw the walkways and balconies up above and was like, oh, cool. Some verticality in the map design. But then I jumped up and Bungie told me to fuck off for thinking that I could do something different. So the level goes on, we get picked up by a character that I don't even fucking know or remember. We fight more Cabal on a ship. We shoot 3 things to blow up a thing, and then a cutscene starts, and we're introduced to our villain. Bungie broke new ground here by ripping off Knights of the Old Republic, and making the villain Darth Malgus. Seriously, you tell me that isn't Darth Malgus. So yeah, once again, in true Destiny fashion, the bad guy is just a biggerer, meanerer Cabal guy. Or in this case, a Cabal guy? Oh no, our ghost. Oh no, I don't give a fuck. Are we honestly supposed to care about our ghost at this point? There are millions of Guardians who have their own ghost. I'm sure it can be replaced. I imagine it would be like dropping your cell phone off a bridge or something. Yeah, it's an inconvenience, but you'll have a new one by tomorrow. I guess the writing hasn't improved at all, huh? Why is Darth Malgus giving his mustache-twirling exposition to us? Wouldn't we just be some random scrub on his ship? He even calls us a creature and treats us like an ant, so why bother with the long-winded speech? Does he really do this to every Guardian who boards his ship? How much time does this guy have? What if it was this fucking asshole who we ran into? Would he still do the same rambling? Oh my god, fuck this game. So, with the mission over, I loaded up the strike with my friends. It was so fucking boring that we stopped about 10 minutes in and switched to Warframe. We were all so fucking fed up with that game that we just stopped playing. It was the same shit over and over again. We didn't even finish the strike. I have not finished the strike to this day, and probably never will, because we all know how it will go and how it will end. There's going to be an unnecessarily long segment where you have to use your ghost to hack into something while you fight off 3 waves of enemies, and the difficulty will be dictated simply by the quantity of a single enemy type in one area. And there will also be a boss at the end, who is just a really big bullet sponge version of an enemy. I'm not even going to fact-check any of this shit, because I am so confident that I am right, and honestly, I just don't care. I guess I didn't hate everything? I mean, I liked the gunplay when it wasn't fucking boring. I liked the vistas. I liked playing Warframe.